Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Qistina binti Azman and my matric number is 2117352.
My name is ADIBAH binti JAAFAR and my matric card number 2119160.
My name is YASMIN binti FAIRUL AZLI and my matric number is 2116988.
My name is SURAYYA binti MOHAMMAD NAWAWI, number matric 2110784.
Hi, in this video, we are going to talk about the issue of unemployment among the fresh graduates. But first, I am going to explain to you what is unemployment and how bad the issue of unemployment among the fresh graduates in Malaysia. Unemployment is described as a scenario in which people are willing and able to work but are unable to secure a job. The unemployment rate in Malaysia is growing, and as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, 2 million people are expected to lose their job if no additional action is taken. Not to mention, graduate unemployment is on the rise in many countries. According to the Graduate Traces Study Report, approximately 60% of Malaysian graduates are still unemployed after 1 year of graduation. The proportion is projected to rise in the near future as a result of COVID-19 pandemic. Because of the movement control order, some enterprises are having difficulty paying their employees' salaries and graduates are being employed at a lower level, which is a loss for a nation because the skills are not being fully utilized to their full potential. It also results in worker laid off in order to reduce operating expense. Hence, as a result of this pandemic, unemployment among graduates has significantly increased. The bar chart above shows the statistic of the number of graduates every year. From 2017 to 2020, the trend is increasing. But with all this number of graduates every year, only a portion of it secure a job. Now, this video will continue on why and how this issue can happen.
Students are just graduated from their uni and they are now ready to face a new life and finally can pursue their dream and becoming contribute member for the society. But do you guys know that Malaysia is one of the worst number of unemployment rate?
Some of the worst unemployment numbers in this country's history.
In this part, I will explain the factor of why fresh graduates in Malaysia are unemployment, and this is not a new problem in Malaysia.
The unemployment rate of young Malaysians has actually always been higher than the national average. As we know, in the middle of COVID-19 crisis, many people, specifically 2 million, are expected to become unemployed. But even before all this COVID stuff, in 2019, the unemployment rate of Malaysian aged between 20 and 24 was actually more than 3 times the national average. Now, speaking of the pandemic, a study done by JobStreet indicated that 1 in 5 Malaysians have already lost their job due to COVID-19. Putting all this COVID-19 issue aside, what was the reason many fresh graduates seem to struggle to find job? Because one of the main reasons could be that there are not simply enough jobs being made for us. In the job market right now, according to Bank Negara Malaysia, between 2010 and 2017 period, there were about 173,000 fresh graduates entering the workforce, but during the same time period, only about 99,000 high-skilled jobs that require a tertiary education were created. That means for every one graduate, there's about 0.57 jobs created that require a degree or diploma. According to JobStreet, fresh graduates are part of the issue themselves, and this is the 5 factors why they are not getting hired. First, asking for unrealistic salary. Second, being choosy about the jobs. Third, poor communication skills. Fourth, poor English skills. And the last one, poor character and attitude. But in this situation, there's 2 in supply part and 3 for demand part. For the first point, asking for unrealistic salary, according to the Khazanah Research Institute, most recent graduates in Malaysia earn only RM1,800 a month, which is insufficient to cover the cost of living in Malaysia. When a result, as they advance in their schooling, they want a better income. The second point is being picky or choosy about their jobs. Some of young graduates are picky since the position they are offered are not always what they desire, such as being in opposition to what they are learning in university. Moving on to the next point from demand side is fresh graduates are poor in character or even their attitude. Some of them are really smart and got high CGPA, but unfortunately, they are very lack in communication with the clique, with their workers and other. The next aspect is that they are unable to communication in English. As we all know, in Malaysia, English is our second language, so everyone should be fluent in it so that they can speak with their co-workers and other people in their office. It will also be easier for them to communicate with foreign workers. And the final point is weak character and attitude. Based on this, fresh graduates do not know how to blend in with other employees, and their attitude is also not pleasant, making other employees uncomfortable with them, because this is also because of COVID-19. They are being so antisocial and also do not know how to communicate with people.
According to Department of Statistics Malaysia, Graduate Statistic 2020 present the statistic of graduates in and outside labour force as well as graduates earning in Malaysia. Various data sources were used in compiling the statistic, namely Labour Force Survey, Higher Education Statistic, Graduate Jersey Study, Graduate Jersey Study TVET, and Salaries and Wages Survey. The number of graduates in Malaysia in 2020 was 5.36 million person, increased by 4.4% from 2019. The number of employed graduates was 4.35 million person. Meanwhile, graduates unemployed was 202.4 thousand person. During the same period, the number of graduates outside labour force registered 800.9 thousand person. For the employed graduate statistic, graduate labour force rate in 2020 is 85%, and according to graduates labour force participation rate by gender, male posted higher than the female, which is the male is 88.5% and for the female is 82%. Next, for the employed graduates, 95.6% of fresh graduates graduated in labour force employed in 2020, and for the share of graduate outside labourers is 15%. For the unemployed graduates, male unemployed rate is 4.3% and for the female is 4.6%. Do you know how the government collect this data? One of the methods is by using Minister of Higher Education Tracer Study. Do you know what is Minister of Higher Education Graduate Tracer Study or Job Status Update? Minister of Higher Education Graduate Tracer Study is a survey conducted by the Minister of Higher Education among graduates of higher learning institutions in conjunction with their convocation ceremonies for the purpose of knowing their job status and also for getting their feedback on various aspects on their institution. Continue with the interview session. So, let ask the student did they know about the Minister of Higher Education Tracer Study and also ask their opinion about unemployment among the fresh graduates in Malaysia. What is your opinion about the Minister of Higher Education Graduate Tracer Study survey?
In my opinion, the survey is to get information on how graduates of various disciplines develop their career over a long period of time. This information is not only important to your institution and MOHE for planning national human capital development, but also to students of higher learning institutions.
Do you think MOHE Tracer Study can help the graduate students to get to know their problem to get a job?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes, it is effective.
Definitely yes. Yes.
Yes, Tracer Study is important for us as a student. Do you think unemployment is normal among fresh graduates and why?
Yes, because normally for the company or high level jobs, they will ask for work experience, which is how much time you have spent in the same position similar to the one you are applying for. Regularly, it requires 2 or more years work experience in order to get the job.
Yes, it is normal because mostly students went to take a break after finishing their 4 to 5 year studies.
First and foremost, you must realize that you can't solely rely on your educational credentials to secure employment. You might have heard the stories about how non-degree holders become successful. This proves that educational background is definitely not everything. However, this also doesn't mean that many years spent to complete your level of study from kindergarten to university is useless. Instead, education remains as one of the necessary requirements in getting decent work. But still, you cannot be too dependent and comfortable just with a roll of degree certificate.
There are some ways to improve graduate employability, which could be the factors that have a substantial influence on your suitability for the job. First is to take an online short course. There's no better way to improve your graduate employability than by embarking on a short course to improve your skills. Next, to start reading. To be as prepared as possible for the world of work, do some research into the industry and sector you want to join. Craft the perfect CV. CV is a curriculum vitae that provides a summary of your experience and skills.
That's all from us. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. Bye.